Well, Dave, a 2-1 defeat down in Torquay today. What was your assessment on the performance this afternoon?
Really frustrating. I suppose from our perspective, too many levels drop below the standards they've set, and listen, that comes down to many different things that we can go on about. But we've got nothing from a game. I thought we started okay. I thought we built into the game, had some really good opportunities. Probably concede when we're on top. A really, again, poor goal from our perspective. Go up the other end and score straight away. But I thought we lacked a bit of composure in terms of our build-up. We became a bit frantic. We let mistakes affect us too much, and ultimately, when you're behind, the second half becomes a little bit frantic. I can't stand there and say we didn't deserve something from the game, but I can't, on the flip side, I honestly say that you felt the goal was really coming. You have to build pressure, and fundamentally you can, like I say, you can look for excuses. I can turn around and say it's a penalty that's cost us a game, and it's never a penalty, but we can't control that. Kit shouldn't get caught on the ball. That doesn't result in a throw-in. We then don't do our jobs from that throw-in. Ben has to make a save, when we then give the referee an opportunity to make a decision which he gets wrong. So we've got to control what we can control, and ultimately we didn't do that well enough when we go away empty-handed.
You said at the start there that levels had dropped today. I mean, you have played a lot of games at high intensity lately. Was fatigue a factor at all, do you think?
Again, excuse. If you're being told as a professional footballer in there that's at a club that has aspirations of getting out of this league, that you're tired and you're not fit enough, I'd take it as a real personal insult and a slight that on me. So again, we can use that as an excuse if you want. We can say it's a long trip and all that things, but they're just excuses. Ultimately, over the course of the season, this league's challenging. It's challenging physically, it's challenging logistically in terms of travel and things like that. It's challenging in terms of teams that ultimately want to do well and want to win football matches. And like I say, I'm not a big one. We'll try and control everything we can. Players have treated properly, have travelled properly. Everything's been put in place for them to go and perform. There are things that are slightly out of our control that they're responsible for personally, but again, that's just an excuse for me. We've not won a game, and we need to learn from that. Like I say, it's a bitter one to swallow, but you've got to get on with it.
No Scott Quigley today because of illness. How big an impact did that have on your game plan? Because obviously you then don't have that outlet, if you like, that focal point up front.
Well, I suppose the question mark since I probably came into the club has always been that at the start of the season, without Scott Quigley, then the team struggled. My argument to that is probably a little bit where we're asking players to do things differently than maybe they were asked to do in the first part of the season when Quiggs wasn't in the team. So the challenge to the players in the hotel before the game in our pre-game meeting was that's been sort of, I suppose, aired. We definitely got an opportunity to do it next week against Grimsby because I'd have probably got the answer to that question. We get the opportunity, granted not through our control, to do that this week. And still after that, people will be looking at it and going, there needs to be a replacement if Quiggs isn't there for us. That's then on the lads that go in there. I could be stood here with the opportunities we've created and the chances we've had, us having scored 5 goals there, and all of a sudden that question wouldn't be a question. We don't have another player like him in the squad. That's what I'd say. It doesn't at times, especially towards that back end of the game when you're chasing it, allow you to, I suppose, play forward and get you up the pitch and sustain pressure. Granted, but other people within the squad have other, I suppose, qualities and other attributes. So again, we probably do lack a little bit balance-wise in terms of probably everywhere else over the squad. We've got like-for-like replacements or replacements that can go in and have similar attributes. That's the one area we don't.
I mean, having kept faith with all of the squad really since you came into the job, is that something maybe now you look towards the transfer market for in the coming weeks and months?
Yeah, we've been trying to assess over the time we've been in. The squad's unbalanced. We've said that previously. So within that, there needs to be people that go out. But we're not limited by a transfer window, and we're always looking to strengthen if we need to strengthen. As I've said, players will get opportunities. They get opportunities every day to show us what they can do in training, and if their opportunity or if their performances and how they train turn into opportunities on the pitch, they've then got to take them, because, like I say, our ambitions don't change. We want to get out of this league, and we're fortunate enough to be able to be in a position where if we want to bring players in, then we can bring players in. That's not like I say, a threat to what's here. If the lads are here are the right ones that can get us out and can get us promoted, then brilliant. No need to change. Saves a lot of hard work for recruitment teams and all those things. But if we do need bodies in different positions that are better than what we've got and are going to make us a better team and give us a better chance, then of course we'll look to strengthen.
If there's one player that probably can come out today with a bit of credit, it's the goalkeeper, Ben Inch. There's some big saves in both halves, but took a bit of a hefty whack in that first half as well. I think might have also lost a tooth. How's Ben doing?
Yeah, he has. He's lost the tooth. That's what they were frantically searching around for. But listen, he's took a smash in the face. I suppose the life of a goalkeeper and potentially a defender or a centre back. But he did. He had to make saves. Listen, he's paid to make saves. He had to make saves in that first half that too many for our liking, through our own problems. Like I say, composure at times, and then at times not being bright enough and not doing things quick enough and dawdling and dallying on the ball when it was on to play. But he's there as our, I suppose, last line of defence, and when called upon made great saves, and probably, like I say, over the course of the game doesn't deserve to be on the losing team.
Onto the FA Trophy next week. Again, it's a competition you won just a few years ago with Fylde. How do you view that game now, going into on the back of a defeat?
Massively important. It was anyway, and it would have been regardless of the team we picked, because for some lads it will be an opportunity. As I said about opportunities, it will be an opportunity for them to play. But we'll be picking a team to win the game. We have, I suppose, from our perspective, a programme over Christmas and New Year that all of a sudden doesn't become the most taxing, certainly going into January, because the Chesterfield games now is off, so it gives us free week on the free weekend, on the 8th. The FA Trophy round after that is the following weekend. So for us, it's a game that we want to win. It's a game that we'll be putting a team out to win, and it's a game that if people do play in, it'll be the next game from the one this afternoon, and we need to produce a performance that gets this one out of the way.
Dave, thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.